Well, hello, everyone, and welcome here to Exeter. Nick Anastas with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. It's the Nashua South Purple Panthers and the Exeter Blue Hawks quarterfinal round of this 2026 NHIAA Girls Lacrosse Division I tournament. The winner moves on to Saturday's semifinal. That'll be played Saturday night at 6 against the winner of Portsmouth and Bedford. So, playoffs are here. A gorgeous night, 84 degrees, a bit hot down on that turf field. There is, of course, a little bit of a breeze here on the seacoast as usual, but all in all, a hot day, a hot night here for this quarterfinal round. It's a rematch as well. These two teams met back on May the 20th. Ended up being a bit lopsided. Exeter on their home field with a 16-6 win over South. Here we are a couple weeks later. Both teams riding win streaks. Purple Panthers looking for revenge. 11-6, good enough for the number 5 seed under longtime head coach C.K. McIntyre. This talented group has been led by sophomore Carly Benzekri on the attack, one of the players to watch tonight. And on the other side for Exeter under head coach Angela Palmer, Blue Hawks looking for their 4th straight win. Finished the regular season with a 12-6 record and closed out the final 3, including that aforementioned win over Nashua South. Interesting approach, 2 goaltenders. Split things pretty much 50-50 for Exeter in the net this season. You may see both tonight. Maggie Lilly is the junior and Molly Byrne is the senior. Sophomore midfielder Riley Benavidez is the player to watch, their top goal scorer. So crowd continuing to file in. A little bit of an early start, 5 o'clock here on a Thursday afternoon in June. But the fans really starting to hit the gates hard over the last couple of minutes, and the stands are filling out nicely. We are just about ready to square off here. The winner goes on to the semifinals. Playoff lacrosse coming up next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. It's presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks.
And the head coach of the Panthers, C.K. McIntyre. For the Exeter Blue Hawks, number 1, Kelsey Hayward. Number 2, Maggie Lilly. Number 3, Michaela Spray. Number 4, Marissa Vantini. Number 5, Grace McElroy. Number 6, Lizzie Stilello. Number 7, Josephine Padala. Number 8, Trevor Brunswick. Number 9, Abby Lafreniere. Number 10, Phoebe Christensen. Number 11, Blair Wilhelm. Number 12, Kaya Cargill. Number 13, Riley Benavidez. Number 14, Izzy Vidal. Number 15, Avery Carrier. Number 16, Anna Higgins. Number 17, Addie Gwynn. Number 18, Brooke Battle. Number 19, Raquel Battle. And number 25, Molly Byrne. Head coach of the Blue Hawks is Angela Palmer. At this time, we ask you to stand if able. Gentlemen, please remove your headgear for the performance of our national anthem.
Back here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter, getting set for our quarterfinal matchup here between the Blue Hawks and the Nashua South Purple Panthers. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Quarterfinal round, and a rematch from just a few weeks ago. Exeter, 12-6 during the regular season. Had nice balance throughout the calendar year. Senior heavy group and an energetic head coach along the sidelines in Angela Palmer. Longtime veteran head coach on the visitor sideline. That's C.K. McIntyre for Nashua South. Purple Panthers right in the hunt at 11-6. One of their better seasons in recent memory. Good enough for the number 5 seed, trying to break through that wall and get to their first semifinal in quite a while. 84 degrees as we get to game time here. And 2 veteran officials on this turf field as well, Abby Hayhurst and Lisa Woodruff. South going to head left to right in this first quarter. Purple Panthers in the road purples. Shorts and shirts, white lettering. And, of course, Exeter on their home field in the home whites. White shirts, navy blue shorts, and navy blue letters. For the Blue Hawks, Claire Wilhelm, part of this talented sophomore class. We'll square off against Addison, or make that Carly, Benzekri. Mentioned Benzekri in the pregame, one of their scoring leaders this season. This ball takes a couple of high bounces. Still up for grabs here on the near side wing. We get a whistle from the trail official, and Exeter is ready to go. Josie Drunzik, sophomore up top, backdoor feed. That pass does not get home. Rolls into the crease where the South goaltender, Emma Harley, will scoop that one up. Sophomore surveying and taking her time here with the stick over the left shoulder. Nobody open. Hurley showing patience here. We'll look back at the clock. Unguarded. Still looking for somebody to spring open here. Exeter doing a great job denying the pass. Hurley okay for the moment. First minute in the book here. Hurley thought about it. As we see here, this player-to-player ride from Exeter, sticking to the South players like glue here. Hurley still looking. Had the ball on her stick for well over 45 seconds as we hit now 90 seconds gone first quarter. Looking for guidance from Coach McIntyre, who's waving her left arm. Trying to direct traffic from the sideline. Nearly 2 minutes in. Now we do get a whistle. And it's turned over. Exeter anxious on the restart. Grace McElroy told to pump the brakes. Here she is from 15 meters out. So the ride forces the turnover. Now Exeter going to look for their first shot here. McElroy runs out of room, lost it briefly, recovers behind the cage. Bodied up pretty well here by the South defender. That's Lexi McGuire, forces the pass. And backside, Michaela Sprague, one of the few freshmen to see action here this afternoon. Gets it over to McElroy. Back near side for Drunzik. And Drunzik to her right. Picked up off the switch, backdoor feed, broken up. Ball loose, near side wing. For it's scooped up again by Exeter's Phoebe Christensen. Christensen on a drop step is pushed. Good effort by the defender, Karina Santana, one of the juniors for Nashua South. So a restart coming for Exeter. 3 minutes in here, opening quarter. Blue Hawks open to strike first. Christensen, double team near the pole, back steps, looks middle, tournament game. Exeter wins their second draw. Look to fan out here on another possession, looking to double the lead. Good move, lefty shot, jammed up. 2 defenders there, ground ball goes back to the shooter. That's Benavidez, and then a whistle here. And Drunzik keeping her foot on the gas, draws contact. So Drunzik, 8 meters out, potentially a free position shot here. Blue Hawks in front, already 1-0. Drunzik charges, shoots, and scores. Well, she comes from a lacrosse family. Josie Drunzik, not to be denied there on the free position shot. Exeter has got a 2-0 lead on the board here. Both goals coming 40 seconds apart. Fast start for Exeter, the number 4 seed in this Division I tournament. Of course, it's a 9-team field in Division I. We had one preliminary round game that was a victory for Bedford. Bulldogs face defending champion Portsmouth. The winner of that quarterfinal faces either Exeter or Nashua South, the winner of this game. South needed that. They get the draw, their first victory in the circle. And now the attack looking to settle in here for the first time. Trailing 2-0, just over 4 minutes gone by. Opening moments of the game. 2 players behind the cage for South. The Exeter defense giving some room. The pass is knocked down. Good play by Sprague, able to read it for the Blue Hawks, and then digging it out of a crowd is the other battle. That's Brooke Battle. Got 2 battles, both seniors. Raquel had the first goal. Brooke gets the ground ball. Exeter gets the clear right to left. They look to strike in transition, and they will with a bouncing shot. Benavidez, not to be denied there. Moving well without the ball. Pass on time and on target, and Benavidez makes it 3-0 Blue Hawks. Well, her name was mentioned to me off air as one of the players to watch for the home team tonight. And the sophomore Mitty Benavidez living up to it early, getting the goal, third different goal scorer for Exeter here in the opening 5 minutes. South looking for a response. Ben Zekri had it, stripped from behind. Good back check there. Benavidez. And they're going to jog down the far sideline. Looks for the trailer. Hooks up with Claire Wilhelm. Wilhelm a dodge to her right. Back middle. Shot there was wide. McElroy, pretty good opportunity there in front of the net, but a fortunate bounce on the shot for South. They're going to take possession. And now look to crack the code here. This Exeter ride gave the goaltender Herlihy some real cause for concern in the game's opening couple of minutes. Going to hold it for a while here. Now finally a short pass is completed over the middle. Trying to swim upstream is Madison Langer. Sophomore for South. Short toss taken along the far sideline. Nizan Alkali runs out of room. Alkali may have stepped out of bounds there. Yep, Exeter is going to get the restart as we hit the midway point, first quarter. 3-0 Exeter. The ride has been effective. Force another turnover and now look for their 4th goal. However, pass ends up on the ground and a good scoop here by Addie Gwynn. Freshman defender for Nashua South. Going to hook back up with the goaltender Herlihy. And Herlihy, again, is going to play quarterback here on the clear attempt. The Exeter ride continuing to pressure. Hurley looking left, looking right. Coach McIntyre trying to do what she can from the sideline. Pass here, too strong. Taken away off the bounce. McElroy for Exeter. Pass up ahead, tough catch, and then a save is made on the doorstep. Hurley with her first stop. Now her pass is knocked down back into the crease. Well, she'll scoop it behind the net. Inside of 5 minutes to go first quarter. Good pass there. Again on the money to the freshman. Back middle. Another defender with it. Alcalay gets the step near sideline. Looking for midfield. Pass knocked down. Raquel Battle with the takeaway. Now Drunzik controls. The Exeter sophomore going to circle this behind the goal line and look to operate from behind the cage. Heading towards 4 minutes, first quarter. Exeter looking to build on a 3-0 lead. Spin move here. Christensen, shot and score. Able to slip free of the defender. Good footwork there along the goal line. Phoebe Christensen. Now the fourth, different goal scorer for Exeter, and it's also the 200th career point for the Exeter senior. So a special moment coming here in the first quarter for Christensen. And Nashua South now wants to talk it over. Coach McIntyre hoping to stop the bleeding here with just over 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Exeter getting the start they wanted here in the quarterfinal. Our broadcast, it's brought to you by the New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Find out more at nhtomahawks.com and also girls.nhtomahawks.com. By Beals Insurance, locations now in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. By MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start making money for your team today. And finally, by Jewett Construction. Come join us to build something great. Planning, architecture, construction management. Find out more at JewettConstruction.com. They recently announced their Trades Scholarship Program winner as well. Senior from Pinkerton, Justin Hawes, congratulations. We hope to speak with the young man. I would love to interview him live here on the air over the next week or so. Speaking of the upcoming schedule, we're back on the air on Saturday. Live coverage in conjunction with the NFHS Network. It's the Girls Division I semifinals from Stello Stadium in Nashua, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, a semifinal doubleheader. And the only place to watch it live is on the NFHS Network, NFHSnetwork.com. Of course, that's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire crew will be in charge of the production end of things, but the only place you can see the live video stream is on their website, NFHSnetwork.com, for Saturday's Girls Division I semifinals. All right. After a challenging start, Nashua South finding themselves down on the road here 4-0 in a do-or-die spot. Still plenty of time, 4 minutes and change to go in this first quarter, but possessions have been few and far between. Exeter has won 4 of the 5 draws to begin the game. Carly Benzekri, the young sophomore, the talented sophomore, hoping for a big win here for her teammates in purple and get some help from the wing. Briley Landsteiner, sophomore, slow up, being ridden here right on the hip. It's the defender, Benavidez. He's going to now back off. Pass goes far side. Now Benzekri looking to challenge the defense, going to draw a whistle. Got the step there on McElroy, and then a bit of a bump out in front of the cage. So a high slot, looks like a 12-meter. Going to back her up even further to 16 here. Pass. Takes one hop. Picked up on that far wing and then pulled back out. So South wants to re-examine. Purple Panthers looking to get on the board. Just really their second trip across the 50 here. Lexi McGuire. Ben Zekri testing the waters. Going to sidestep to her left. Shakes off McElroy, but the slide is there. Ben Zekri still with it. Again, a little bit of contact here up top against the defender, McElroy. So this will be a 12-meter free position opportunity. We'll see if we get a shot. Ben Zekri lets it fly, and the save is made overhead. First stop there by the senior Molly Byrne, who has split time this season with junior Maggie Lilly. Byrne gets the start, gets the big save there on the free position shot. Exeter gets the clear, and McElroy is going to toss one to an open teammate. Coming down, shot just high from Avery Kerrigan, the freshman. Right idea there for Exeter. South dodges a bullet, but still Exeter in possession. Blue Hawks lead it 4-0 as we tick towards 2 minutes to play in this opening quarter in Exeter. Blue Hawks going to work the perimeter. And South in no real hurry here to come out and challenge. Kerrigan off the pick, picked up off the switch. Ben Zekri, a little bit of contact there with the stick. So from 16 here, probably too deep for Kerrigan. Goes back door, high pass, taken off the bounce. No shot, though, for Wilhelm. Wilhelm then goes to the left, bangs it off the crossbar. The ball is loose somewhere in the slot. Several players with a chance there, but in the end, it goes back to Kerrigan for Exeter. The freshman now on the run behind the cage. Pass out in front. Tough catch, shot, and score. Claire Wilhelm going to add her name to the scorer's book. Fifth different Blue Hawk to strike. The sophomore makes it 5-0. Well, two defenders really in the area there. A very tough catch by Wilhelm, who pulled it in over the right shoulder and then finished in a crowd. With 1:19 to play here in this first quarter. So Exeter looking prolific here. Finished the regular season on a high note. 3 straight wins, including a victory over Nashua South on this field back on May the 20th. The 3 straight push their win total up to 12 as they finish at 12-6. Good enough for the number 4 seed. South only a game behind them in the final standings at 11-6. Good enough for 5th place. Exeter had the advantage at the draw circle in this first quarter. They've won 5 of the 7. Long pass does eventually get home with McElroy. Looking for a 2-man game here with Wilhelm. Wilhelm going to have to play it off the turf. Now with a little bit of room, goes back to work. To her right, draws a slide. Ben Zekri trying to stay with her. Face dodge to the left, ball out, but a whistle. Comes with 30 seconds to play in this opening frame. "12 meters. Wilhelm, who scored a moment ago, wants the one-on-one with Herlihy. Shot there low and sneaks it in. Good attempt there. Looked like a kick save attempt by Herlihy, trying to stop that one to her left, but Wilhelm squeezes that one in just inside the pole. Second goal for Wilhelm, second straight goal for Wilhelm. Makes it 6 in a row here, 6 unanswered to open the game. The latest coming with just 28 seconds remaining. Exeter cruising here in this first quarter. looking to fuel the momentum at the draw circle, and they will. A knee-high bounce collected by Wilhelm. Exeter has won 6 of the 8. Still time for another one, potentially. Tic-tac-toe to the far wing. Power move to the middle is shut off by the slide. And now a double team here is going to force some contact with 9 seconds remaining. Exeter's Addie Gwynn, the freshman, given room here. Coach Palmer near midfield, trying to execute here a buzzer beater. Backdoor, catch made, shot goes wide. Right idea there for Kerrigan. It sails to the right. Final seconds of this first quarter tick off the clock. And they're going to wave that one off. The shot was released after what should have been the horn. So 6-0 is going to be the Exeter score as we head to the second quarter. A hot start for the home team. Nashua South looking for answers when we come back. Second quarter next. You are watching the 2026 NHIAA Girls Lacrosse Division I quarterfinals. Part of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Well, start of the second quarter here in Exeter. The Blue Hawks leading Nashua South 6-0. Hot start for the number 4 seed. The winner advances to Saturday's Division I semifinals. Nick Anastas with you from Bill Ball Stadium. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. A rematch from just a few weeks ago, May the 20th. It was a big win for Exeter, and that sparked their current win streak. They close out the regular season winners of 3 straight, looking to make it 4 in a row. They spread the wealth in that first quarter. Senior Raquel Battle got it started. Josie Drunzik on a free position shot made it 2-0. Riley Benavidez, 3-zip. Phoebe Christensen, 4-0, with just over 4 minutes to play. And then in the final minute 19, 2 goals from sophomore midi Claire Wilhelm. They've had the advantage at the draw circle as well. Exeter winners of 5 of 7 in that first quarter. So South looking for a response. Ben Zekri back in the circle. Coach McIntyre at the head of a loud bench here, as some of the South reserves hoping to cheer on their teammates and give them a spark. Won't happen here. Exeter gets wing play on the ground ball from Avery Kerrigan, the freshman. It's going to lead to a quick shot. That one may have went off one of the defenders. Ricochets, though, right into the awaiting stick of Raquel Battle. And Exeter is going to keep it at this end here. Good crowd, great weather. Temperatures in the upper 80s throughout New Hampshire today. Still pretty pleasant here. Sun is out, temperature just over 80. Shot, score. Good spacing on that trip, and it's cashed in by Grace McElroy. Yet another different Exeter goal scorer. McElroy, the junior, makes it 7-0. Well, the passing has seemingly gotten better as this first half has unfolded. Several players with a touch on that possession. And a good play here. A stab out of the air by Benavidez. Benavidez to her left, going to let that one fly. In traffic, a couple of inches high over the crossbar. It's backed up, though, by Christensen. And Exeter right back to it as Christensen trying to corkscrew her way from behind the cage. And does draw the contact and the whistle. Pass, catch, battle. Tried to fan it towards the cage. Hit on the release. We continue with a ground ball on the near side wing. That is scooped up. It's McElroy again for Exeter. Blue Hawks keeping the pressure on. McElroy going to give it up. Gwynn to her right, off the pick, picked up off the switch. Good communication here from Nashua South. Christensen, shot and score, got the leverage she was hoping for. Able to turn the corner on that far pole, beats Herlihy high to low. Christensen now with 2 goals to her credit. And this attack really looking good for the home team. Just 100 seconds into the second quarter, and it's now an 8-0 game. This one goes off the knee of McElroy, and we got a push. Benavidez forced to give it up by the officials, so South with it, but high pass on the clear attempt. Intended target there was Molly Mullaney. Sophomore could not reel it in. South gets to the ground ball. And look to clear here left to right. McElroy, short connection with Gwynn will get it done. 2 minutes in, second quarter. South looking to keep the pressure on here. Nice job on the clear by Benavidez, and now back up top, coming downhill. Brook battle. Got hit on both sides there, and nope. It's going to be Nashua South possession. Alcalay, the junior, awaiting the official's whistle. 2 defenders on the ride in front of her. Alcalay going to circle back. Blue Hawk ride has been impressive. Making South work every square inch of this turf field. Pass back on the ground. Alcalay trying to keep one defender on her back and scoop it away from another. Gets help from the referee. Whistle gives it to South. Completion, collision, another whistle, another quick restart. It's Karina Santana drawing a double team here, trying to spin her way out of it along the boundary. The official right there, our cameraman Matt Beals right there as well. Now South with a little bit of breathing room. Purple Panthers trying to make the most of what's been a rare attack opportunity. Exeter has dominated the unofficial time of possession. Get some contact here deep in the defensive zone, and yep, going to get a free position shot here for Ben Zekri. She's been superb this season, still just a sophomore, but quickly becoming one of the club's leaders. Going to attack the goal here, avoids a dodge from behind, and then beats the goaltender low. That's going to get South on the board. Some much-needed menacing from the sophomore Carly Benzekri. Gets her teammates fired up on the sideline as well. They needed it. They get it with 4 minutes gone by second quarter. See the speed and the athleticism there by Benzekri, able to challenge the teeth of that defense on what was technically a free position shot. South going to get there. 2 in chase here. This is Landsteiner. He's going to get it back here finally with some room on the near wing. Ben Zekri calls for it, gets it, fans it to her right. South looking for back-to-back goals here, trying to build some momentum here. They've trailed throughout the contest. Exeter got on the board early, just over 3 minutes into the game. The Purple Panthers have been playing catch-up since. Ben Zekri, one-on-one, goal line extended. Defender not giving an inch, does slip inside, stripped, and we get a whistle. Pretty good move there. Sophomore on sophomore, Ben Recchi against Benavidez. So Ben Recchi, who scored from the opposite wing on the free position shot a moment ago, looks to go 2 for 2. Drives to her right and scores. Able to dunk it home over the top. So Ben Zekri says, hang on. After trailing 8-0, 2 straight. And it's 8-2. So Ben Zekri, both goals. She's taken every face-off for Nashua South. Got some help from the wing on the previous one, looking for the momentum to stay on her side. It won't. Exeter is going to pluck this out of the sky. As McElroy from the wing, still in possession, looking to go backdoor, catch. Shot there, goes wide. Takes a bounce to the far side, and now it's Christensen in control behind the cage. It may have been a save. Might have to look at it. This one up high. Good idea for Benavidez, but couldn't quite get that shot on target. Meanwhile, Christensen been able to cradle here, dipping that right shoulder, going to work to her left. 2 goals already, wants that one for herself. Hat trick won't come there, though, a couple inches over the crossbar. Exeter, once again in a good position behind the cage as we hit the midway point, second quarter. Looking to rebuild a 7-goal lead. Pass, gets through. Trying to find Raquel Battle. Goaltender in the scrum. And there's a save. Herlihy able to shut down the rebound shot. Goes right back to Drunzik. Exeter trying to find spacing. Brooke Battle near side. Hit the reset button up top. Exeter has won the ground ball battle so far in this first half. They've also had the advantage in the draw circle. 3 saves from sophomore goaltender Emma Herlihy kept South close. Christensen back to the cage, backdoor pass. Right idea. McElroy, though, couldn't quite get it home on the one-time attempt. And the Fire is stomped out in the crease by Herlihy. Inside of 5 minutes to play, first half. Goaltender, we've seen this throughout the first half, patiently looking for cracks in this ride. Exeter has really tightened things up. Christensen going to harass the goaltender here. Santana, after dropping the initial offering, scoops it up. Pass played off the bounce to the middle, too hot and taken away. Kerrigan on the steal. Up ahead, has a player, has a shot, has a score. That's Josie Drunzik. Second of this first half for Drunzik. And it's now 9-2 Exeter. There's that ride from the Blue Hawks, causing mayhem for Nashua South. The takeaway near the midfield area, and then short pass later, it's Drunzik who does the rest. So 2 for Drunzik, 2 for Christensen. 2 for Wilhelm to lead the Exeter assault. Both goals for Nashua South, as I mentioned, have been scored by Benzekri, so 9-2. This one goes skyward. Little bit of a bump on the approach. They're going to give this to South. Good hustle on the wing by Landsteiner. Landsteiner on the clear. Going to bring the defender with her down to the goal line. Pop it back out here for Olivia St. Hilaire. Inside of 4 minutes to play until the break. Benzekri. That shot came out a little awkwardly as it flies high. South with the restart behind the cage. This is Wiley Hart, one of the senior leaders for Nashua South. Benzekri calls for it, is given space here. Going to work her way middle, kept at arm's length by the defender, senior for Exeter, Lizzie DeLello. DeLello keeping the stick high. Benzekri to her right, back to her left, through a double team, and there's the whistle. Benzekri's 2 goals both came on a free position shot. They're going to back her up 12 meters here as we hit the 3-minute mark first half. Benzekri, step down, blazer. High to low, below the knee. Benzekri now with 3. Trying to keep her team in it. It's 9-3. Well, Benzekri on that possession able to allow the space to open up before making an S-dodge, draws the contact, and then a one-step bullet on the free position shot. Still only a sophomore with a bright future. Coach McIntyre asking her to do a lot in the draw circle and on the attack. Exeter's had the advantage here. Good wing play by Benavidez. Another ground ball for the sophomore. Exeter looking to rebuild the lead here. They've led comfortably most of this first half here. Still in front 9-3. Make it 10-3. A little shake and bake there for Claire Wilhelm, and that's the hat trick. There's the hat trick for the Exeter sophomore. I'm not sure if the goaltender really had much of a chance there. A little bit of traffic, perhaps blocking the sight there of Herlihy, and a quick release from Wilhelm. Exeter strikes right back just 22 seconds after the Benzekri hat trick. We have the Wilhelm hat trick. 10-3 Exeter. 2:34 to go until halftime. Coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, analysis. See if we can get some playoff scores as well. Tournaments around the state tonight. Quarterfinal action on a hot Thursday here on the Seacoast. Another win for Exeter at the draw circle. McElroy is going to take her time here on the near wing, given space. Wilhelm going to seek some real estate here up top as we head towards 2 minutes to go in this first half. You can hear the South players trying to coordinate things defensively. Pass, shot, jammed up. May have been a back check there by Benzekri to spoil that one for Exeter. And a heads-up play by South to win the foot race. So the goaltender on the restart to try to come out from behind the cage. The defender is right there. That's Wilhelm. Short pass. Connection. Isabel Howleck. Howleck draws contact, and now the junior is given the green light for the restart. Looking for help from behind from Alcali. Alcali has to scramble to keep this inbounds. The Exeter ride has been a factor here in this first half. Santana. Room here. Short pass. Complete. Landsteiner. Stop and start again. Gets a whistle. Goes over midfield. final minute, first half. South, after trailing most of this first half, hoping to end the frame on a positive here. They can get one. Cut the lead back down to 6. We've got a whistle. We've got a stop clock here inside of a minute, inside of 46 seconds. Landsteiner from 8 meters out on the far wing. Defender on each side and one from behind. Goaltender is Byrne. Shot. Byrne gets a piece. Second save for the senior, who also gets the ground ball. Short pass to Marissa Latini, senior defender. Completes another. And here comes Exeter left to right. Kaya Cargill. Near side for Drunzik. Down to 20 seconds. Shot! Score! They work it out in front. Benitez does the rest. Second goal for Benavidez. And that's some pretty good execution. They go end to end with just over 21 seconds remaining.
Goal, number 13, Riley Benavidez.
So Benavidez with 2. And Exeter has matched their largest lead from earlier at 11-3. Well, Exeter, as fearsome as their ride has been, the transition game, the clear game, has been just as impressive. Not to mention the clock management here. Looking for another in the final seconds before the break. Clock at 10. They get a shot. They get a save. Hurley, her fourth stop. Christensen, the ground ball. Down to 5 seconds. Spins left. Fires. We hear a whistle. The clock is going to freeze with 3.6. A little contact on the release. Christensen going to get a free position opportunity here from the far wing with 3.6 seconds to go. Exeter looking for their largest lead yet. They won't get it. Hurley sends it aside. And that will bring us to halftime. Exeter getting after it here on their home field in the quarterfinals. A big lead at the halftime horn. 11-3 over Nashua South. Coming up, full recap. Stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town tournament scoreboard as well, as we look to reset things here at the midway point. So far, so good. If you're a Blue Hawk fan, 11-3 Exeter. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The Tomahawks prepare players to compete at the highest level, providing access to the best regional and national tournaments for maximum exposure. More than 1,000 alumni have gone on to compete at the collegiate level, including the ACC, Big Ten, Big East, Ivy, Patriot, NESCAC, NE10, and more. At the New Hampshire Tomahawks, players train with the same coaches and teammates, building elite skill, chemistry, leadership, and confidence. Every session combines high-level, position-specific instruction for all positions. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18 and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Start of the second half here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter, where the home team leads Nashua South by a score of 11-3. Nick Anastas with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks, quarterfinal round of this 2026 NHIAA Girls Lacrosse Division I tournament. Well, quick start. That's how things looked early. Exeter getting on the board just over 3 minutes in. Senior Raquel Battle, one of 7 seniors, set to graduate on Saturday. Made it 1-0. Sophomore Josie Drunzik on a free position shot made it 2-zip 40 seconds later. Riley Benavidez, who has played well, scored her first goal 5 minutes in, 3-0 Exeter. Blue Hawks had a big advantage in the draw circle in that first half, unofficially winning 12 of the 16. That helped fuel this first quarter run. Phoebe Christensen made it 4-zip, just over 4 minutes remaining first quarter. And then in the final 79 seconds, Claire Wilhelm, sophomore midfielder for Exeter, scored twice. So 6-0 Blue Hawks after one. That lead stretched to 8-0. As the party continued into the second quarter, Grace McElroy and then another from Christensen made it 8-0. South sophomore Carly Benzekri, doing her best to keep her team in the game, took every draw for South, scored back-to-back goals midway through that second quarter, both on free position shots, to give South a little bit of a boost, a much-needed boost. 8-2 at that point, didn't last long. Drunzik's second made it 9-2. Another free position goal for Benzekri made it 9-3 with 3 minutes to play, and then Exeter again gets too late in the quarter. Wilhelm's third, Benavidez's second. So 11-3 as we begin this third quarter. The winner is going to play in Saturday's semifinal, where the defending champion Portsmouth Clippers await. We've got a final. Portsmouth, the top seed in the tournament, knocked out number 8 seed Bedford by a score of 19-3 today. So congratulations to Portsmouth, undefeated during the regular season and looking for their third straight Division I championship. They'll play the winner of this game, Exeter or South, Saturday at 6. And, of course, we'll have coverage. Broadcasting once again in conjunction with the NFHS Network. You can see both Division I semifinals on Saturday on NFHSnetwork.com. Whistle here along the near sideline. That Exeter ride really made things difficult for South on the clear in that first half, and things continuing in that mold here in the opening minute and a half of the second. Now Exeter having their own clear problems after forcing a turnover. McElroy does recover and hooks up on the run with Wilhelm. Wilhelm now coming down the middle, giving breathing room, and going to backtrack here to get the attack back on schedule. So an 8-goal lead turns into 9 here on a bouncer from Benavidez. Third goal for the sophomore, second Exeter player to notch the hat trick. And the lead grows to 9 for the first time here with just under 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter. It's 12-3 Exeter. Of course, the 9-goal margin is noteworthy. The next Exeter goal, unless we see a South response, if the Exeter lead grows to 10, then the 10-goal rule would kick into effect. That would trigger a running clock. So South really with their back to the wall here, trailing by 9. Ground ball, far side, won by Exeter. Wilhelm is there. But Wilhelm is in trouble. Triple teamed along the far sideline. Looking for help here. And now we've got a pig pile coming out of the fray. I believe that was Exeter's Izzy Vidala. Junior defender able to contribute. Little help here from Josephine Vidala, the senior. And Exeter is back on track here, looking for a 10-goal lead, which could trigger a running clock. Just 2.5 gone by in this third quarter. Off the screen, Wilhelm dancing, dodging, shooting. And that one a little high. May have been partially redirected by Herlihy. Herlihy, for her part, the Nashua South goaltender, stood pretty tall in that first half. Saw a number of shots. Ended up with a handful of saves unofficially. And I believe got a piece of that last one. Off the underhand toss, Brooke Battle to her right. Tries to go backdoor. Wilhelm couldn't dig it out. It's taken away. Madison Langer is there for South, and Langer showing off some speed here. The sophomore runs all the way to midfield. Nice job on the clear. Survives the back check attempt. And now it's taken over by Landsteiner. Landsteiner going to toss here to McGuire, and South looks to get something cooking here. Ben Zekri scored all 3 goals for the Purple Panthers in that first half. They get it over to here on the near wing. Sophomore has been impressive. Trying to shake off the defender. Dancing to her left, draws a whistle. Well, a good effort there defensively by Wilhelm, but a little bit of contact made there. Ben Zekri's ready for that laser step down. This one flies wide. 4 minutes gone, third quarter. Big crowd here on a hot summer night. Although I guess it's not officially summer yet. There's a save on the doorstep. Got a new goaltender in there for the home team, Exeter's Maggie Lilly. Did not play in the first half, starts the second half, has been really solid all season along with her teammate Molly Byrne. Byrne, 2 saves for Exeter in that first half. Shot and score here. Grace McElroy with precision there. High to low, beats the goaltender down by the ankle. Second goal for McElroy. And 13-3 is now the score. So as soon as we get the face-off, we'll get, I believe, the running clock. Now the running clock is triggered. Impressive stuff here from Exeter, really all over the field. They get the doorstop save. They get a quick clear. And they work it where they wanted to find the shooter. That's right in front of the cage. McElroy, her second goal. Themselves a whistle, and they're going to give this to South. Ben Zekri down the middle. Ben Zekri to her left. Nowhere to go. Good transition defense by Exeter. Right decision by the sophomore, and South looking to operate here, trailing big. It's a 13-3 Exeter lead as we hit the midway point third quarter. And Zekri took her eye off it. Exeter not going to challenge. Good communication here by the Blue Hawk defense. Coach Palmer watching from the end of the bench. Ben Zekri to her right, gets inside one defender, makes another miss, and then was jammed up on the release there. Goes a little high. Good hustle by Exeter's McElroy to win the foot race as well. Or no, she had me fooled there. The official was not. Referee says South possession. So Hart, it's Wiley Hart, the senior. Looks for a one-on-one here far side. Good piece of defense there by Izzy Vidala. Vidala staying with her. Witt to her left, hooks up with McGuire. McGuire trying to circle around. Looking to get the step on the defender, is right on her hip. Good job keeping pace by McElroy. Ben Zekri going to take over and look to create here up top with inside of 5 minutes to play third quarter. South has trailed from the get-go. Exeter scored the first 8 goals of the game. South got on the board in the second quarter, but trailed big at half, 11-3. The Exeter lead has grown to 13-3 here in the third with goals from Benavidez and McElroy. Meanwhile, a long possession here for South. It may be their longest of the game so far. A patient trip. Ben Zekri draws a slide, fires over 2 defenders, and that one ends up airborne out of play. 2 players behind the cage for South off the restart. This one intercepted. High pass picked off overhead by Benavidez. Good athletic play. Her pass long ends up into Josephine Vidala's stick. Vidala's ridden all the way down that far sideline. Passes out in front. Gets through the zone. Izzy Vidala able to recover. Now McElroy takes over on the near wing. 3.5 to go, third quarter. It's been all Exeter. Blue Hawks with a 13-3 lead and threatening to add another. Fake the handoff. Wilhelm now goes back door. Pretty play, but the pass does not get home. Ground ball ends up with South's Langer. Langer was played well today. Being chased along that far boundary. Hooks back up with Alcalay. Alcalay, a burst of speed. And then his strip, lost her stick and the ball. Taken away by Exeter's Addie Gwynn. Pass to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, one-on-one. Good piece of defense by Santana. Finds the trailer, shot, and score. Benavidez. Moving well without the ball, and a nice pass on that one as well. 3 straight to open up the second half. Pushes the Exeter lead to 11. Now a 14-3 contest. And a running clock continuing to tick down here. Now towards 2 minutes we go. Blue Hawks 12-6 during the regular season. Good enough for the number 4 seed. They finished hot, winners of 3 straight, including a win over South back in late May. And they came out swinging this afternoon. Big advantages at the draw circle and on the attack. The ride has been a problem for South. Purple Panthers get a violation to go their way here. And we hit the final 100 seconds third quarter. What's been an impressive display by the Blue Hawks so far. But credit South as well, they have not quit. Ben Zekri in particular has been a silver lining for South. Going to draw a contact here from both sides. All 3 of the sophomores' goals in the first half came on the free position shot. We're going to see a 4th here as we tick down towards a minute to go, third quarter. Shot, score. Another bullet below the hip and to the left of the goaltender. Ben Zekri now with 4. That stops a run of 5 unanswered dating back to late in the first half by Exeter. So Ben Zekri makes it 14-4. And again, that clock continuing to run here due to the 10-goal gap. Down to 30 seconds here, third quarter. The winner will face Portsmouth on Saturday night. We'll have coverage here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Pass to the middle. Wilhelm trying to find it. Does. Little jab step. Backdoor pass into a crowd for McElroy. Tough catch. Finish. Goal waved off. Contact before the shot is going to lead to a free position shot for Exeter with inside of 9 seconds to go. McElroy down the middle, jammed up on the release. Ball ends up out of bounds behind the cage. Clock is going to tick, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Exeter's big halftime lead grows even bigger. A 10-goal gap at the end of 3. Exeter looking to dance to the finish line. South looking for an improbable comeback. 12 minutes to go. It comes your way on the other side. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Start of the fourth quarter. Exeter out in front of Nashua South, 14-4. Final 12 minutes out in front. Nick Anastas with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. It's the 2026 NHIAA Girls Lacrosse Division I quarterfinals. The winner advances to the semis on Saturday, where defending champion and top seed Portsmouth awaits. Exeter. Well, they heard the starting gun. They exploded out of the starting gate tonight and have not looked back, at least through 3 quarters. They scored the first 8 goals of the game. Big advantage in the draw circle tonight, unofficially. A 70% win percentage for the team. And they led 8-3. They led by 8, 11-3 at halftime. That lead hit 10 in the opening minutes of the third quarter. That triggered a running clock. So South, they're on some uneven ground here, some quicksand, if you will, fighting a two-front war in both Exeter and a running clock. South sophomore Carly Benzekri set to sleep well tonight. She has taken every draw for the Purple Panthers and scored all 4 goals. All, by the way, coming on free position shots. Benzekri against Wilhelm. Wilhelm has been one of the standouts for Exeter. A hat trick for the sophomore. Her classmate Riley Benavidez has scored 3 goals as well. South, they'll get a win here to begin this fourth quarter. A lot of work to do with now less than 12 minutes to go in regulation. Exeter looking to put the finishing touches on what could be their 4th straight win. South, if the end of the road does come tonight, still a great season under longtime head coach C.K. McIntyre, a strong sophomore class that includes the aforementioned Benzekri. 11 total wins. They closed out the regular season winners of 2 straight and have competed hard here tonight, but it has been an uphill battle. But nonetheless, a successful 2026 season for Nashua South. First minute in the books here, fourth quarter. And not a whole lot of options here for Briley Landsteiner. Or no, that's Benzekri. Benzekri fishing back door. Catch is made behind the cage. This is Gemma Williams, one of the freshmen. Pass there intended for Landsteiner. Knockdown. Take it away. Wilhelm, another ground ball for the home team. Exeter has it, looking for a clear now left to right. With her step for step is the defender Howlek. Howlek gives up the chase. Exeter's back on the attack with room. Little pass through the zone. Won't get home. Taken away on the bounce. Once again by Madison Langer. Been one of the ground ball leaders, not just today, but this season for the Purple Panthers. The South sophomore draws a whistle. Santana had to dig that one out of the turf. Hooks up far side with Alcalay. Now Alcalay does have a little bit of space here. Full out sprint to midfield, completes the clear, now being ridden down that far sideline. Gets inside of Wilhelm. Circles back out on that far wing. 2.5 gone by, fourth quarter. Exeter in the driver's seat, out in front, 14-4. South going to make a personnel change. Landsteiner jogs off. Molly Mullaney, sophomore, comes on. Meanwhile, Ben Recchi with speed down the middle, shot and score. Well, you see there the one-on-one ability of the sophomore Carly Benzekri. Back-to-back goals now for the sophomore. Her 5th of the afternoon. And her first non-free position shot goal. No quitting this young woman. 5 goals. All 5 for South. So Nashua South back within a single-digit goal difference. That means we have a stop clock. Exactly 3 minutes gone by, fourth quarter. Stop clock until, or if, and until Exeter pushes that margin back up to 10. Benzekri out of the circle. Able to chase it down, played it off the hawk. Gets stripped here, though. Exeter coming the other way with Benavidez. Somebody's open. Near side, Josephine Vidala shot. Gonna wave it off. Little contact here on the near wing. 2 defenders in the area. So the senior Vidala wants it herself. Shot, score. And a harder reaction, not just from the home sideline, but from this Exeter crowd as well. Josephine, one of 7 seniors set to graduate from Exeter High School on Saturday. That's a big goal, pushes the gap back to 10, and triggers, once again, the running clock as we tick down here in this fourth quarter, now 4 minutes in, 15-5 Exeter. Benzekri against Wilhelm. Near side, McElroy survives a back check attempt. Here she comes with numbers to her right. Catch made. A pass out in front, and there's the dunk. Kelsey Hayward running well without the ball there. Gets rewarded with a pretty pass on the doorstep. Another Exeter goal scorer. As Exeter continues to build their lead, 11 for the first time, it's 16-5. 8 different goal scorers tonight for the home team as the Blue Hawks look for their 4th straight, hoping to advance to Saturday's semifinal. Timeout on the field, nearly 5 minutes in fourth quarter. Our broadcast tonight It's brought to you by the New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Find out more at nhtomahawks.com or girls.nhtomahawks.com. By Beals Insurance, locations now in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. By MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally, by Jewett Construction. Come join us to build something great. Planning, architecture, construction management. Find out more at jewettconstruction.com. Of course, they recently announced the winner of this year's Trade Scholarship Program, second annual by Jewett Construction. Congratulations to Justin Howell, the senior from Pinkerton, set to pursue a career in the HVAC industry. We'd love to hear from Justin and hope to get him on the air soon over the next couple of weeks. 16-6 Exeter. Blue Hawks scored the first 8 goals today. Never really looked back. Big halftime lead of 11-3. 2 players scoring hat tricks today. Claire Wilhelm, Riley Benavidez. 8 different goal scorers combined. South has gotten a max effort from sophomore Carly Ben-Zekri, who has scored all 5 Purple Panther goals on the road. The winner takes on defending champion Portsmouth. That semifinal fight comes your way Saturday night. We'll have both Division I semifinal games on the girls' side coming your way Saturday beginning at 4. What is looking more and more like Exeter versus Portsmouth will come your way Saturday at 6. The only place to watch those games live is on NFHSnetwork.com. NFHSnetwork.com. From the wing, coming off the timeout, Riley Landsteiner gets the win for South. Exeter began the game with a big advantage in the draw circle. Winners of 7 of the first 9, but since then it's evened out a bit. Particularly here in the second half, South has had more possessions. Fast-moving clock. In fact, it's going to continue to run with a double-digit lead on the board for Exeter. We're already near the midway point here, fourth quarter. And what's been a fast-moving game overall. Then Zekri, shot and score. In her way, or maneuvering through a crowd, somehow got that off. 3 defenders in the immediate area, didn't matter. Ben-Zekri, how about 6? All 6 for South. 16-6 is the Exeter lead. And ironically enough, when these two teams met in the regular season back on May the 20th, the final score there was 16-6 in favor of Exeter. That's where we are with inside of 6 minutes to play as Ben-Zekri helps her own cause. Plays the face-off draw on the bounce and secures possession for the Purple Panthers. Pressure here. McElroy, the defender, came charging in. Good recovery, though, by Ben-Zekri. Hooks up with McGuire. And McGuire now trying to find some space against Wilhelm. Just over 5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Two players behind cage for South. Looking to go down swinging here. They've given a good effort, but got in an early hole and never quite able to climb out. Here's Wiley Hart, one of the set-to-graduate seniors for Nashua South. Now the sophomore McGuire takes over. McGuire surveying up top. Given a little bit of room by Wilhelm. back out to the wing again. No cracks in this defense. Exeter playing as a unit here. South continuing to try and find a crack. McGuire will try her luck now from the near side. Comes off a pick, back pedals. Nothing happening in the middle. Wilhelm going to come out and challenge. And Wilhelm a little aggressive there on the bump. Inside of 4 minutes, fourth quarter. Coming up after the game, stats, highlights, analysis, full recap. We get you set for the semis. Exeter has looked outstanding this afternoon. Shadows beginning to lengthen as we move toward the bottom of the 6 o'clock hour here. Still a couple of hours until sunset, but shadows growing long. This one intercepted. Taken away in a crowd in the high slot. Good pick by Wilhelm. Completes a pass on the run to Kerrigan, the freshman. To the middle, it's Raquel Battle, who scored the game's opening goal. Battle has a player open. It's Vidala. Vidala lobs it near the cage trying to find Christensen. Good hustle by Herlihy, who left the cage, but foot race is won by Exeter. Final 3 minutes here, fourth quarter. Blue Hawks looking to put a bow around this one. It's going to be their 4th straight win and their 13th overall of the season. Two-man game, Wilhelm gets away from Alcalay and shoots and scores. Goes upstairs. Pretty stuff from Wilhelm, who's been the leader today for Exeter on the attack. 4 goals now for the sophomore. So 17-6. As Exeter tacks one more on for good measure. Coach Palmer, got to be pleased with the way her team looked today, the way her team approached this do-or-die situation, coming out swinging in the opening minutes. It's got max effort from not just the defensive unit, but the entire ride, able to produce turnovers. No real big mistakes. And again, for South, shows something about the character of this group, competing until the last whistle. Vidala finds Christensen, who finds the back of the net. Pretty pass, tough catch, and another goal for Phoebe Christensen. Scored 2 in the first half. One more here in the fourth gives her a hat trick. 3 different players with at least 3 goals for Exeter. This final one coming with just over a minute to go. 18-6 now, largest lead for the Blue Hawks. They push 2 more here in the final 2+ minutes. So one half of the bracket on Saturday night will feature 2 Seacoast teams, Exeter and Portsmouth. Clippers, the 2-time defending Division I champions, undefeated during the regular season. Big winners today in the quarterfinal round as the top seed advances 19-3 over Bedford. Final 20 seconds here from Bill Ball Stadium. And what has been an impressive afternoon for Exeter, a wire-to-wire win for the Blue Hawks. And a 12-goal difference in the end is going to be the high-water mark. Nashua South will graduate their seniors and see their season come to an end after an 11-win campaign. Final score, Exeter 18, Nashua South 6. Stats, highlights, analysis, full recap, out-of-town scoreboard on the other side. Post-game next, you're watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The Tomahawks prepare players to compete at the highest level, providing access to the best regional and national tournaments for maximum exposure. More than 1,000 alumni have gone on to compete at the collegiate level, including the ACC, Big Ten, Big East, Ivy, Patriot, NESCAC, NE10, and more. At the New Hampshire Tomahawks, players train with the same coaches and teammates, building elite skill, chemistry, leadership, and confidence. Every session combines high-level, position-specific instruction for all positions. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18 with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18 with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
An impressive 18-6 victory for Exeter as they eliminate Nashua South and advance to Saturday's Division I semifinal. Nick Anastas with you on our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Exeter finished the season with 3 straight wins. One of those victories was over Nashua South back on May the 20th. All in all, Bluehawks 12-6 during the regular campaign. Good enough for the number 4 seed. South right behind them in the standings. 11-6 on the year, the number 5 seed. This one went Exeter's way very early. 6 goals in the first quarter, 2 more to start the second quarter. All in all, it was 8-0 before Nashua South had a chance really to respond, as Exeter built up a big face-off advantage in that first half that helped fuel that run. Goals from Battle, Drunzik, Benavidez, Christensen, 2 from Wilhelm account for the first quarter scoring. Then McElroy, Christensen made it 8-0. Carly Benzekri, that's a name to watch moving forward. The sophomore scored all 6 goals for Nashua South, including 3 on the free position shot. All 3 coming in that first half. But Exeter, just too much. Another goal from Drunzik, another from Wilhelm, another from Benavidez made it 11-3 at halftime. More of the same to begin the third quarter. Benavidez made it 12-3. McElroy again, 13-3. Running clock is triggered at that point. Benavidez Another goal, 14-3. Ben Zekri, on, you guessed it, a free position shot, ended the third quarter. Still a big lead for Exeter at 14-4. Fourth quarter, Ben Zekri again made it 14-5. That stopped the clock for a moment, but only a moment. Less than a minute later, Exeter's Josephine Vidala pushed the margin back to 10 at 15-5. Kelsey Hayward got in on the action. The Exeter junior made it 16-5. Ben Zekri gets her sixth and final goal of the night midway through that fourth quarter to make it 16-6. But two in the final 2+ minutes for Exeter puts the cherry on the sundae. Wilhelm, 4 goals today. Christensen with 3. And Riley Benavidez with 3 as well. All in all, 8 different goal scorers for Exeter as they move on to face top seed and still undefeated defending champion Portsmouth Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Reminder, our coverage this weekend continues. However, the only place you can watch it, at least live, is on NFHS Network, NFHSnetwork.com, NFHSnetwork.com. Both girls Division I semifinals games beginning at 4 o'clock. Our team here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is on the ground. The stream, though, for us fee, is on NFHSnetwork.com. All right. Want to thank Kathy and her staff here at Exeter High School. Very easy to work with. We'll be back next week here at a Bill Ball Stadium as well. Our friends over at ETV, my man Sherm up here in the box. We appreciate the hospitality. For our sponsors, another great regular season. Appreciate the ongoing support. That, of course, is the New Hampshire Tomahawks, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, and Jewett Construction. For our team here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, working hard tonight and all season long to bring you the coverage. That includes videographers Kristen Beals and Matt Beals. Another bang-up job once again this afternoon. Of course, the whole thing orchestrated once again flawlessly by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our director Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. My name is Nick Anastas, saying so long. Executive producer Steve Beals sends his regards as well. Final score, final time, Exeter 18, Nashua South 6. This has been a presentation of the 2026 NHIAA Girls Lacrosse Division I Tournament and our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks.